Hi friends, it's Shay and welcome back to Shay's Kitchen. The holidays are upon us, which means there are going to be several gatherings with either friends, families, or co-workers, and you're going to need some ideas to take along with you. So without further ado, let me show you how to make these 3 simple holiday appetizers. The first appetizer is going to be stuffed mushroom. Guys, you will not be disappointed. This is delicious and it is very simple to eat. So what will you need? You will need some cream cheese. You're gonna need some Boursin cheese spread. I am using the garlic flavored version. You need some mayonnaise, some parsley, some breadcrumbs, obviously some mushrooms, and just a few other seasonings and spices. So let's go ahead and just get started on the mushrooms. You can use any type of mushroom that you want, but I do recommend that you use either the baby portabellas, like the ones that I'm using today, or just the white mushrooms. First things first, you're gonna have to wash those mushrooms. Now, I personally like to run my mushrooms underneath a little bit of cold water and then take a wet towel and brush off any excess dirt. Next, you want to pop out those stems. It's very simple. You just simply give them a wiggle and pop those out. And then you want to make sure that you dice up those stems very, very finely. So just take your time and do those, put those in a bowl and set those to the side. You'll also need half of a small onion, diced up very small as well, and set that to the side. Next, we're going to move to the stovetop. You want to use about 3 tablespoons of butter. You can definitely use olive oil if that's what you would like. But in those 3 tablespoons of butter, once it's melted, you want to dump in the stems of the mushroom. You want to also dump in your breadcrumbs. And then you also want to season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Let that cook about 5 minutes and then turn it off and set that to the side. Now we want to pull everything together. So in a bowl, you want to put in your cream cheese, your Boursin cheese, your mayonnaise, and your parsley. You want to give that a mix until it's combined. Now, the last thing you want to dump in is your breadcrumb and your mushroom mixture. Now, you just want to make sure that you combine that very, very well. Now you're ready to stuff your mushrooms. So literally, I'm taking a tablespoon measuring spoon, and I'm simply just getting about 3/4 of that measuring spoon full of the stuffing and putting it on top of each baby portobello cap. So you just want to fill the hole essentially. After you've done that, you just want to top it off with some Parmesan cheese or some Asiago cheese, just something that will melt very easily on top and also give like a nice crust on the top. So now you want to put these in a 375-degree oven and cook them for about 15 minutes. Guys, that's literally all it takes. And after those 15 minutes, you have delicious stuffed mushrooms that any crowd is sure to enjoy. Moving on to the second appetizer. These are a holiday-inspired slider, guys. These are just regular beef sliders, but you have just a little bit of caramelized onions on top, and it's topped with a cranberry white cheddar. It is so good. And the other option I'm making is still the same caramelized onions, but we're gonna be using some of that Boursin cheese spread as the cheese for the sliders. So again, sliders are very easy. I have seasoned my hamburger meat and patted out little bitty, well, they're not really little, but medium-sized sliders. And I'm going to just make sure that I pat them all out at one time, so I'm not having to do it in between frying up these patties in the skillet. So again, I'm just using salt and pepper. Those are the only seasons that I'm using today. Now over medium heat, now you want to just go ahead and lay those patties, as many as you can, inside the skillet. The key here, guys, is to make sure that the skillet is hot. What you're looking for is a nice brown sear on both sides. And what I like to do is pop it in the oven once it is crusted on each side, just at 350 degrees, so that the inside can get well done without really burning up the entire patty. While your patties are in the oven cooking, you just want to get some brioche bread, and you can find them in like little mini buns, and you just want to toast those up with some butter on top of the stove, and I just just use my flat griddle to do so. Now, once your burgers are done, and they literally probably take about 5 minutes in the oven after you've cooked them on both sides on top of the stove top, you just want to pull them out and you want to dress your burgers. I'm literally just using the cranberry white cheddar and the Boursin and the caramelized onions. That's all I'm putting on these, but feel free to put whatever you want on your mini sliders. Now just get a nice toothpick or a festive toothpick and put it in the middle, and there you go. The third appetizer is the simplest of all. It is just a baked brie, but again, holiday inspired baked brie. Now what you need is some pepper jelly. Now I get my pepper jelly from Costco. Pepper jelly comes in all different kinds of flavors, but what you want to find is a red pepper jelly, just to keep in theme with the holiday season. So I have my red pepper jelly, and I'm going to roughly measure about 1 cup of pepper jelly and put that in the pot. Next, I'm going to dice up 12 dried apricots and place those in the skillet with the pepper jelly. And then the last ingredient is about 2 tablespoons of raw agave nectar. Now you just want to heat that up until it's just combined. And when I say just combined, the jelly is no longer congealed. And then once you've reached that, you can turn that off and just set that to the side to let it begin to cool. Now your oven needs to be preheated at 375 degrees. So now you just simply want to take that brie out, unwrap it, put it in a heat safe pan. I like to spray mine on the bottom just so it does not stick. And you want to just sit that in the oven and let that bake for about 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes, the inside of that brie should be warm and gooey and just ready for dressing. So now place this on whatever plate or whatever serving dish that you plan on using for your holidays. And now pour over that pepper jelly and apricot spread and sprinkle it with just a little bit of sliced almonds, guys. And there it is. It is just that simple, but it is super, super delicious. You can serve this with bread or crackers. I know it's gonna be a huge, huge hit. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my holiday themed appetizers. Definitely give them a try. Like I said, you will not be disappointed. Your guests will not be disappointed. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video and hit the notification bell so you will be notified each and every time I upload a video. And while you're at it, go ahead and rush on over to my Instagram and my Facebook accounts. You can find me there at Shay's Country Kitchen. Until the next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.